Dear friends, today, at White Sox Stadium in the heart of Chicago, we witness history in the making. At the Vatican, under the solemn gaze of Pope Leo XIV and King Charles' Princess Catherine, has been crowned not just as royalty, but as a symbol of global unity. This is more than a ceremony. It is a quiet promise of peace, compassion, and a future led by grace. This is not just a crown of gold or a parade of dazzling gowns. It is a promise of love and hope. With quiet strength and a steady gaze, Catherine steps into a role never before seen in royal history, carrying the weighty responsibility of uniting a divided world. And it is the story behind this extraordinary gift that has captured the eyes and hearts of humanity. If you find this story interesting, drop a comment with number 1. If not, leave a 0. Don't forget to like, share the video, and comment your thoughts about the royal family stories below. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of the amazing stories we have coming up. Now, let's dive into today's story. Her presence is like a gentle breeze on a hot summer day, soothing, refreshing, and unforgettable. People often wonder, what makes her so special? The answer is simple. Catherine has the ability to make anyone she meets feel truly important. She doesn't have to try. It comes straight from her heart. Whether standing before world leaders or sharing a quiet moment with a stranger, Catherine always makes people feel valued. She listens, cares, and smiles as if whispering, "You are seen, you are heard, you are valued." One day, the true beauty of Catherine's quiet strength was revealed. And that day came from a place far beyond the grand palaces of London. This moment unfolded within the peaceful walls of the Vatican, where flashing cameras and formal speeches meant little. It wasn't just a royal meeting. It was something far more powerful, pure, and deeply meaningful. King Charles and Queen Camilla had arrived in Rome. It was a historic visit, but what truly stood out was the presence of Pope Leo XIV. He was no ordinary pontiff. Newly appointed after the passing of Pope Francis, the world was still watching and adjusting to this new chapter for the Vatican. And now, here he was, about to meet the British monarch for the very first time. The meeting took place quietly and simply at Casa Santa Marta, a humble place known for its peaceful charm. There were no grand halls or glittering chandeliers, only soft light and a warm atmosphere. It was the perfect setting for a profound and heartfelt exchange. As they spoke, their words reached beyond ordinary topics. They talked about peace, the deep need for kindness in a world that seemed increasingly cold. They shared hopes for healing, for unity, for bridges built where once towering walls stood. And throughout it all, one name gently echoed in their conversation: Catherine. They did not speak of her because she requested it. Catherine wasn't even in the room yet. Her spirit, her gentle presence, her ability to bring people together filled the space as if she were quietly sitting right beside them. The Pope looked at King Charles with tender, understanding eyes, while Charles spoke in a calm, reflective tone. Both saw in Catherine something rare. She was not loud. She did not seek the spotlight. Yet somehow she made the greatest difference. They both knew it. In that quiet meeting, they agreed on something the world was only beginning to realize: Catherine was truly special. They called her the Sovereign of Harmony. This was not a title passed down from ancient kings. It wasn't recorded in any royal scroll. It was a name born from their hearts, a gentle name that embraced the truth of who she was. She ruled not by command or decree, but by kindness, by peace, by an open heart capable of soothing even the toughest days. And still a question lingered in the hearts of many. Why Catherine? Why not Camilla? Why not William? Why does Catherine matter so much to this world? Catherine always appears like a princess stepped out of a fairy tale. Her dresses are always beautiful, and her gentle smile can brighten even the darkest room. But what truly makes her shine is never the jewels she wears or the way she walks. It is something deeper. It comes from her heart. In a world filled with crowns, titles, and distance, Catherine stands out because she is always genuine. She is always kind. She is always close to the people. She could hide behind the palace walls. She could let the weight of royal life make her cold, but she does not. Instead, she finds her own way to preserve ancient traditions while opening doors to gentle, fresh ideas. She carries out her royal duties with care, but she never forgets to bring along something else: kindness. People listen when she speaks about mental health, about the tender hearts of children, about the silent battles faced by those fighting cancer. Yet what moves them most is not her voice, it's the way she truly cares. For her, it's not just an ideal. They are real people. They are stories. They are tears, smiles, and hands that need to be held. Catherine works not because it's a duty, but because her heart won't let her turn away. Though she belongs to the Church of England, her heart remains open to everyone. She walks alongside William at Catholic ceremonies, embodying unity and compassion beyond boundaries. She sits alongside leaders from different faiths, listening intently with gentle, wide eyes as people share their fears and hopes. She doesn't judge. She doesn't turn anyone away. Her kindness knows no walls. People whisper about her, calling her the Queen of Unity, the one who can gently bring people together. Yet Catherine's true magic doesn't always shine on grand stages. Those moments happen quietly and subtly, often unnoticed by many. Like when she gently brushes Princess Charlotte's hair at a crowded event, her hands calm and careful. Or when she bends down to comfort a stranger, her voice barely louder than a whisper. In these moments, Catherine is more than a future queen. She is a mother, a friend, a woman with a heart big enough to carry the worries of others. King Charles has witnessed her growth firsthand. He recalls the shy young woman who once stepped into his life. Now he calls her his beloved daughter-in-law, but those words carry something deeper. They hold trust. They hold love. Their bond has grown stronger over time, becoming even more profound after that quiet moment in Vatican. That visit was far from the usual royal pomp. It wasn't just a grand event, it was a gentle meeting of hearts. King Charles and Pope Leo I sat side by side, their voices low as they spoke of the world's troubles. War was raging. Fear was spreading. But amid all the sorrow, they both saw something bright. Catherine, they believed in her. They believe in the quiet way she can bring people closer together, not through rules, not by commands, but through kindness, patience, and hope. In that peaceful room, Pope Leo XIV did something that touched the hearts of everyone present. He gently placed his hand on a small photo of Catherine, the same photo that King Charles always carries with him. His prayer was soft, his words full of tenderness. He prayed for courage. He prayed for wisdom. It was a simple blessing, yet deeply meaningful. Queen Camilla stood quietly nearby. As the Pope's words echoed through the room, a single tear rolled down her cheek. That tender moment spoke more than any formal speech ever could, a promise made at the Vatican. A gentle breeze sweeps through the grand halls of the royal palace and the sacred walls of the Vatican. This is no ordinary wind. It carries whispers of something both subtle and powerful. They call it the Vatican Covenant. But this is not a formal agreement, no signatures, no loud announcements. It is something gentler, living in silent understanding, a quiet promise between King Charles and Pope Leo XIV. And at the heart of it all stands Catherine. Catherine was chosen not because of ancient traditions or royal bloodlines. No, this path belongs to her because of the depths of her true self. From her earliest days, her heart quietly prepared for this moment. She never chased power. Instead, she walked gently, treating everyone she met with kindness, whether they wore a crown or simple shoes. The world has witnessed her gentle touch, warm smile, and the way she makes even the coldest hearts feel safe. The day of the meeting arrived, seemingly modest but carrying immense weight. King Charles stood silently, his steps steady, yet his mind filled with reflection. Opposite him was Pope Leo XIV, newly appointed but already renowned for his calm voice and gentle demeanor. Their words floated gently through the air, each one falling softly, yet carrying profound meaning. The Pope spoke of Catherine not as a royal figure, but as a quiet light in the world. He admired how she lived without seeking attention, without needing the spotlight. He saw how she brought comfort and peace, how she united people not through grand speeches, but through gentle gestures that spoke louder than words. King Charles listened, his heart warmed with pride. That day, he did not speak as a king, but as a father-in-law who had witnessed Catherine tenderly guiding little Princess Charlotte through the many layers of royal life. He recalled how she stood firmly beside Prince William, her steady hand always there when life grew heavy. Catherine didn't command. She soothed. She healed. She carried the family in quiet ways that many overlooked, yet all deeply felt. Next came the exchange of gifts, a moment filled with silent meaning. King Charles presented the Pope with a simple yet beautiful wooden cross, carved from ancient oak trees that had stood for centuries. It was more than just wood. It was a promise, a gentle tribute to their shared care for the earth and its people. In return, Pope Leo gifted a small medal bearing the image of a saint. Pope Francis, a gentle symbol of peace, kindness, and listening to the voices of the past. But the true gift exchanged between them was not made of wood or silver. It was a delicate thread of understanding, a quiet strand of hope, weaving slowly through time, gradually mending the wounds that had divided the British monarchy and the Catholic Church across generations. At the heart of this healing is Catherine, a gentle reminder that change does not always come with thunderous drums or heavy footsteps. Sometimes it arrives quietly through the love, guidance, and care a woman chooses to give from a humble life to a royal one. In a quiet corner of Reading, England, on a cold winter day, a baby girl named Catherine Elizabeth Middleton was born. She didn't arrive wrapped in royal robes or surrounded by noble titles. Instead, she entered a world filled with warmth, simple joys, and the steady heartbeat of a family that believed in love, kindness, and the beauty of a humble life. Her father, Michael, worked as a flight coordinator, and her mother, Carol, was a flight attendant. They weren't wealthy or powerful, but they worked hard and taught their children what truly mattered: be kind, be honest, and stand firm. These gentle lessons were softly whispered to Catherine as she grew. When she was just a few months old, Catherine was quietly baptized at St. Andrew's Bradfield Church. It was a peaceful moment, far from the flash of cameras or royal ceremonies. She was the eldest child, the big sister to Pippa and James, always guiding, watching over, and caring for them. Her family was simple but special. On her father's side, there was a distant connection to royalty, but it was her mother's family with roots in coal mining that shaped her heart. Catherine learned early on that life isn't about where you come from. It's about how you journey through it. When she was just 2 years old, Catherine's life took an unexpected turn. Her father's work brought the family to Amman, Jordan. It was a whole new world, but her young heart opened wide to embrace it. She played under the warm sun, made new friends, and attended preschool learning English while living far from home. I will love, comfort, respect, and cherish you through sickness and health, and forsake all others, keeping myself only for you, as long as we both shall live. These memories would stay with her forever. 2 years later, they returned to England, and Catherine began attending St. Andrew's School. She grew into a graceful, kind-hearted young woman, surrounded by friends who admired her quiet strength and calm demeanor. During those days, her mother, Carol, started a small business called Party Pieces, specializing in party supplies. It all began right at their home with small steps and big dreams. Catherine watched her mother closely and realized that even the smallest ideas could grow beautifully when nurtured with love and patience. As the years passed, Catherine's story continued in Bucklebury, a peaceful village where life was simple yet sweet. She transferred to Downhouse School, but soon found her place at Marlborough College, where she not only studied but also led. She became captain of the girls' hockey team, not because she was loud or fierce, but because her teammates trusted her. She showed courage in ways many hadn't seen before, quietly facing a minor surgery on her head without seeking attention, simply moving forward with silent bravery. Upon graduating high school, Catherine had many options, but chose to explore the world first. She took a gap year filled with small adventures, studying art in Florence, working on a boat in Southampton, and traveling to Chile to help remote villages. These moments helped shape the woman she would become. She didn't just see the world, she touched it. She lived in it, and she gave herself fully to it. When she finally decided to attend the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, it seemed like a small step. But it was there in the quiet halls of the university that her life quietly transformed. She studied art history, worked part-time as a waitress, and joined a charity group helping those in need. She didn't carry the air of someone waiting for a crown. She carried the spirit of someone determined to make a difference. These gentle moments shaped Catherine's journey. Her story was never loud, never rushed. Her life was carefully woven with gentle, simple moments, quietly building the image of a woman the world would come to admire. She never chased the roaring applause. She simply appeared step by step with quiet grace. Long before the sparkling crown and flowing royal gowns, Catherine was just a kind-hearted girl. Her smile was gentle, her gaze calm and steady. In 2011, a defining moment came. She was invited to attend her first royal event alone. That day, there was no comforting whisper from Prince William. She stood alone before the crowd, the flashing cameras and curious eyes. They saw something more. They saw a woman calm, kind, and present. Many wondered, could she manage without him? But when Catherine stepped into the Cancer Charity Center in Lanarkshire, it wasn't fear that led her. It was quiet courage. She listened to each person as if their words were treasures. Her hands were warm when she held theirs. Her soft voice made people feel seen, understood, and safe. She didn't just visit, she stayed. She listened. And on that day, no one saw just a princess. They saw a healer. They saw a kind soul, someone who truly cared. It was a small day on the royal calendar, but it left a deep imprint on the hearts of those who were there. Yet Catherine's life would change forever in October 2010. In a quiet log cabin atop the mountains of Kenya, far from the camera flashes and palace walls, Prince William proposed. There were no grand speeches, no gilded halls, only two hearts, steady and sincere. When the news was announced in November, the world smiled as they saw the stunning sapphire ring on her finger. It wasn't just a ring. It was part of his mother's story. It carried love. It carried memory. It carried a promise. Before the wedding bells rang, Catherine quietly entered the Church of England. It wasn't out of obligation, it was her choice. With William by her side and her close-knit family around her, she embraced the faith that would guide her royal life. It was a sweet, quiet moment, but more powerful than words, a sign of how deeply she respected the life she was stepping into. Then came the big day, April 29, 2011. The whole world watched as Catherine, in a stunning gown by Sarah Burton, walked down the aisle of Westminster Abbey. The church was grand. The guest list was long. Yet Catherine's steps were steady. She looked every bit a princess, but felt fully herself. She smiled at William, a warm, grounding smile that filled the room. That day wasn't just a royal event. It was the day the world welcomed her with open arms. After the wedding, Catherine and William chose a modest home, Nottingham Cottage. It wasn't a grand palace, but it was theirs. Later they moved to Kensington Palace, yet their hearts remained fond of the peaceful days at Anmer Hall, away from the noise where they could simply be a family. Motherhood soon became Catherine's quiet crown. She found pure joy in raising Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. People delighted in seeing her gently brush Charlotte's hair, laugh with George, and tenderly carry Louis in her arms. She often drove them to school herself, choosing the quiet joys of ordinary life over the distant formality of royalty. First and foremost, she was their mother, only then a princess. But even in her quiet rise, life was never always smooth. There were storms she had to weather, whispers she had to ignore, and battles that quietly tested her gentle heart. How did she endure? How did she hold on to her grace? How did she protect her sweet family? Stay with us. The story is only just beginning. A gentle fight and a courageous return. If you enjoyed this story and want to keep exploring, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more exciting videos. Right now, let's continue the journey together. Within the quiet halls of Kensington Palace, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has always been known for her gentle smile and graceful demeanor. People admire her kindness, warm heart, and the way she touches lives around her with sweetness. She embodies the ideal woman, one who knows how to create connections and inspire those around her through humility and compassion. But in 2024, the world will witness a new side of her, a woman who not only shines in tender moments, but also stands strong and determined, overcoming challenges while holding tightly to love, courage, and hope. Everything began early that year. The palace announced that Catherine would undergo abdominal surgery, a seemingly routine announcement. They said she would rest for 2 to 3 months and that everything would be fine. Prince William rearranged his entire schedule to stay by her side throughout this challenging journey. He never left her even when fulfilling important royal duties. This not only showed his deep love, but also his unwavering support for her during this difficult time. After 13 days, Catherine left the hospital and returned to Windsor. The palace quietly informed the world that she was recovering. but something in the silence told a different story. Although the surgery was successful, subsequent tests revealed a terrifying truth no one had anticipated: Catherine had cancer. The world began to stir questions and rumors spreading rapidly across the media and social networks. This news was like a growing storm swirling with speculation, making everyone wonder what is really happening to the Princess of Wales. The palace said nothing more, which only deepened public curiosity. But sometime later in March, Catherine stepped forward to face the world on her own. She did not appear as a princess, but as a mother, a wife, and a woman full of courage. She stood there, her voice steady, her gaze calm, yet beneath those gentle words lay a truth that broke many hearts. Catherine announced to the world that she was battling cancer. Her words were simple but carried immense strength. She recounted that at first the doctors thought her condition was not serious, just a minor issue following surgery. However, after further tests, they discovered something no one had expected: her world. William's world and her children's world suddenly changed completely. There was sadness, there was fear, but also a powerful courage. She not only fought the disease, but also faced profound changes in her life. After that, she began a course of preventive chemotherapy. Catherine never revealed the exact type of cancer she was diagnosed with, and that wasn't what mattered. What truly mattered was her courage, honesty, and her fierce desire to protect her children. She chose to face every challenge with strength, refusing to let the illness threaten the joy and safety of her family. She shared that summer was coming to an end, and she felt relieved to have finally completed her chemotherapy. Though it was one of the hardest moments of her life, she remained strong, gently speaking about George, Charlotte, and Louis, the children she dearly loved. She carefully chose her words to help them understand without causing them fear. This journey of Catherine is not just the story of a princess, but that of a resilient woman, a loving mother, and a devoted wife. Throughout her battle, Catherine has been more than just a mother in her children's eyes. She has become a symbol of courage and unconditional love. And although royal life is often surrounded by lights and attention, it is the quiet and gentle moments that have truly shaped her into a remarkable woman. Catherine's story has never been loud or rushed. It has always been gentle and strong, just like her. She wanted to gently hold the little hearts of her children, shielding them from the burden she was carrying. Her message was clear. She needed silence. She begged for time and privacy, not only to heal, but also to be with her family. This was not just a battle in the hospital. It was a battle within her own home, within her own heart. The small, everyday moments suddenly became deeply meaningful. Over many weeks, Catherine quietly held on. She stood strong, taking cautious steps. In June, she appeared at the Trooping the Color ceremony once again before the world. Her smile was gentle, her wave soft, but her presence was thunderous. It spoke to everyone watching, "I am here, I am still standing." Her body was still weary. Her treatment was far from over, but she was there shining, not because of her royal title, but because of the quiet strength and grace in every step she took. For many years, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, had quietly won the hearts of people around the world. Her story was never loud. It was never rushed. It was built step by step, moment by moment. Each step reflected her warmth, courage, and gentle, kind heart. It all began in November 2010. Catherine stepped into the dazzling spotlight at a Teen Cancer Trust charity event. It was her first public appearance alongside Prince William. Cameras were focused on her. She stood beside William, her smile gentle yet slightly shy. That day changed her life forever. Yes, we truly hope to bring renewed attention to this devastating crisis and genuinely raise awareness. From that moment on, she would walk under the endless spotlight of public scrutiny. The whole world watched, but Catherine did not shy away. She faced it, she smiled, she moved forward. Then in February 2011, Catherine took another significant step. She attended a formal royal event with Prince William to christen a lifeboat in Treyard. Crowds gathered to see her. They waved and cheered. She smiled at them as if they were old friends. Her kind words touched the hearts of everyone she met that day. She wasn't just standing there as the future Duchess. She was truly present, listening, engaging, and caring. Just weeks later, Catherine accompanied William on a visit to Belfast. By May 2011, the whole world watched the newlywed couple welcome President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. It was a momentous occasion, yet Catherine moved through it as if it were the most natural thing in the world. She wore no distant royal mask, nor did she elevate herself above anyone else. She remained sweet, kind, and quietly confident, making everyone feel at home. In October 2011, Catherine stood beside the future king for the first time at a royal event, a charity gathering hosted by Prince Charles. For the first time, all eyes were on her. She did not shy away. She did not falter. She stood there calm and confident, as if she had been doing this all her life. Then came March 2012. A moment that would be remembered forever. Catherine gave her first public speech at a children's care home. She was nervous. Her hands trembled slightly. Her voice was gentle, but each word was like a fragile drop of hope. Her message came straight from the heart. She spoke as a princess, but also as a deeply caring woman, a mother who understood and a sister who always listened. Her warmth filled the room like a soft blanket. That summer at the London 2012 Olympics, Catherine cheered enthusiastically. She laughed, clapped, and celebrated with the athletes, their joy shining on her face, as if she had won alongside them. The princess was no longer a distant figure. She was one of them, one of the people. That same year, Catherine became part of an even greater event, Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee. As crowds gathered to celebrate the Queen's long reign, many found their eyes drawn to Catherine not just because of her beauty or charm, but because of the gentle kindness shining in her gaze. It was the calm grace in her demeanor that made everyone she met feel truly valued. October 2015 arrived, and Catherine stood at Buckingham Palace for her first grand state banquet. The hall sparkled with lights filled with powerful leaders from around the world. Catherine remained calm and composed, moving gracefully and embracing her role as if it had always been hers. In April 2016, she and William traveled to India and Bhutan, smiling warmly at children tasting local dishes and walking the sacred paths with deep respect. In October, she embarked on her first solo trip abroad to the Netherlands, handling it with the same strength and gentleness she always showed. Catherine's journey took her across the globe from France and Germany to Sweden and Norway. Each time she radiated kindness and left lasting memories of her grace and gentleness. But in 2019, something truly special happened. Catherine and William visited Pakistan. Their footsteps on that land carried the weight of peace education and environmental protection. She wore local designs, sat with children in classrooms, and listened with an open heart. In February 2022, Catherine quietly traveled to Denmark to learn about mental health care for children. She did not come with the expectation to teach, but to learn and understand. She entered ready to listen. Later that year, Catherine and William visited Belize, the Bahamas, and Jamaica as part of the celebrations for Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee. The trip wasn't always easy. There were protests. There were difficult conversations. But Catherine never turned away. She listened. She spoke with respect. She stood with solemnity and calm. Then came one of the gentlest moments, the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022. As the royal family grieved, Catherine gently placed her hand on Princess Charlotte's shoulder. The gesture was simple, but filled with profound love. It was the quiet comfort of a mother in a moment of deep sorrow. In 2023, Catherine attended the Chelsea Flower Show, a traditionally formal and well-organized event like always. But when she caught the bright eyes of some school children, something changed. She knelt down, smiled warmly, and chatted with them as if they had known each other for years. That very moment transformed the atmosphere into something intimate, lively, and filled with joy. A duchess in a relatable light, making people forget all distances. A small gesture, yet it touched the hearts of many present that day. At the end of 2024, after a long battle with illness, Catherine chose to travel to Australia. It was more than just a trip, it was a symbol of courage and optimism. She appeared with a gentle smile, sharing stories of hope and her journey of recovery, both physical and emotional. Her simple yet heartfelt words moved the crowd, earning her resounding applause. Catherine had weathered the storm, but stood strong and tender just as she always had. It was an image that deepened everyone's admiration and affection for her. Even the way she chose her mode of transportation carried a special meaning. Catherine stepped out of an electric Jaguar, not just a modern choice, but a silent message about responsibility to the planet. It was in harmony with King Charles's green aspirations expressed without words. Every decision she made reflected thoughtfulness and a heartfelt commitment to the community. This was not a random act, but a message conveyed with subtlety, elegance, and deep significance. The story of Catherine is not only written through grand milestones. The small details also contribute to the image of a woman admired by many. She plans royal duties carefully, but also makes time for spontaneous meetings with the public. No showiness, no extravagance, just simply being present at the right place and right time. The car she often uses is a simple Range Rover, much like her lifestyle, modest, genuine, and approachable. A choice that says a lot about who she is. And so, as this journey continues, a quiet question arises: how will her connection with the world evolve in the future? The answer remains unclear, but everyone hopes to witness it continue to blossom. From the very first time Catherine stepped into the public eye as the Princess of Wales, she carried with her something unique. Not the glamour of status, nor the sparkle of jewels, but something far more radiant, a quiet and steadfast kindness. It is this that has made her beloved, starting from the smallest of things. Long before stepping through the gates of royalty, before any noble titles were ever attached to her name, Catherine was a woman with a heart deeply turned toward others. She did not seek the spotlight or praise. She simply wanted to soothe pain, ease the loneliness of the forgotten, and bring smiles back to places once touched by tears. In 2007, long before anyone called her a princess, Catherine took an action that clearly revealed the true person within her. She meticulously planned a photo exhibition titled A Time to Reflect. It was not merely a display of art, but a quiet call for empathy. The entire event aimed to raise funds for UNICEF, an organization tirelessly working for the health and happiness of children worldwide. The photographs in the exhibition told silent stories, but behind them was a youthful heart determined to bring hope to children she might never meet. It was there that a journey began. Just 1 year later, Catherine continued her loving journey by visiting Naomi's house, a hospice, caring for children with serious illnesses. She didn't arrive with the air of someone famous or powerful. Instead, she came as a kind friend, someone who listened and understood. She sat beside the children, smiling and talking with them as if no distance existed between them. Her presence was a gentle balm during the challenging days these children faced. The joy Catherine brought didn't stop there. This time, she appeared on roller skates at a vibrant 1980s-themed disco party. Upbeat music filled the air, lights spun around, shining on radiant, laughing faces. But behind the festive atmosphere was a greater purpose. The event raised $100,000 for the Oxford Children's Hospital, part of the 2B charity organization she deeply cares about. Catherine proved that joy can also be a powerful healing remedy. Even during her time working for the family business, Catherine never stopped spreading her compassion. She quietly supported seriously ill children through the Starlight Children's Foundation, helping create small everyday miracles. Not stopping there, she also took part in organizing the Boodles boxing tournament, an entertaining event with a deeply humanitarian goal, raising funds to support people facing hardships in life. For Catherine, every action comes straight from the heart. Every gentle step and quiet action Catherine takes carries a simple yet profound truth: she was born to care for others. When she entered marriage with Prince William, her heart didn't close off because of status. Instead, it opened even wider. Before their 2011 wedding, the couple made a special request. They didn't wish for gifts for themselves. Instead, they called upon generosity to be directed toward those in need. Their love quickly transcended private boundaries, becoming a gift for the community. Through 26 charitable organizations, their message of kindness spread far and wide. Later, these efforts grew into the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Although the name has changed over time, Catherine's mission remains unchanged: to bring light to places of darkness. She has always known how to blend personal joy with sharing. Even her passion for sports has been used as a way to give love and support. Catherine has become a trusted partner for organizations supporting youth. From the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club to charity boat races, she channels her passions toward meaningful causes. After the London 2012 Olympics, she played a key role in developing the Coach Corps program, providing career opportunities for young people through sports coaching. This is how she gives away the keys to a sustainable future. Catherine's gentleness never fades. Instead, it spreads more and more over time. In 2014, she wrote the foreword for a special book honoring the wives of the Royal Air Force, ensuring that the proceeds would support families in need. By 2050, she officially became the patron of the Royal Air Force Academy. Not just a supporter, she is a constant companion, encouraging the younger generation to grow with courage and resilience. At the heart of every major transformation within the monarchy, there is a growing sense of a new concept: the unity monarch. It sounds gentle, even like a soothing melody. But within those two words lies a profound idea, a future quietly being shaped. This is not just a title, it is an unspoken commitment, a steadfast step guiding the monarchy into a new era where the hearts of the people come first. The one patiently leading this journey is King Charles III. With calmness and carefulness, he is steering the monarchy down a different path, simpler, more open, and closer to everyday life. Old ways are gradually fading, giving way to a new approach, quiet yet profound. This is not a hurried revolution, but a silent transformation. Yet sometimes it is the quietest things that move us the most deeply. A gentle yet powerful voice. And at the heart of this new chapter being written is Catherine, the Princess of Wales. She is not just standing beside the king, but leading something beautiful and profound. The public's gaze toward her has transformed. No longer simply a future queen, she has become a symbol of quiet strength, hope, and light amidst a changing world. She is gradually becoming a peaceful bridge connecting the old with the emerging future. Catherine doesn't need many words to be heard. Her actions, each careful step, and her loving heart speak for her. Quietly, she demonstrates that the monarchy can exist in a gentle, approachable, and compassionate form. The responsibility she bears is significant and undoubtedly challenging. Yet day by day, she continues forward. Her role has become increasingly prominent over the years. Through programs under the Royal Foundation, Catherine has brought a fresh and sincere perspective on mental health, a topic that was once considered sensitive and seldom discussed. While many people still hesitate to speak out, Catherine has stepped forward. She seeks out quiet places where people are often overlooked. There she sits down, listens, and makes them feel truly understood. It is through this approach that Catherine has brought people closer together. She has opened doors that had long been quietly closed. Then, one of her most heartfelt projects was born, Shaping Us. It is not just a program, but a humane, gentle, and profound idea about the importance of early childhood years. From parents to teachers, from doctors to ordinary people, everyone has begun to pay more attention. Not merely a plan or strategy, Shaping Us revolves around genuine emotions, sincere fears, heartfelt hopes, and honest conversations. Catherine does not stand apart. She listens to parents sharing their everyday worries. She hears teachers speak about their aspirations. She sits among the children watching them play and dream. Even in virtual meetings with experts worldwide, she makes each person feel that their voice truly matters. Because Shaping Us is not just a campaign. It is the very essence of the concept of a unity monarch, one who connects hearts through love, understanding, and shared dreams. Even the smallest details of Catherine's everyday life carry meaning. When she steps out of a luxurious car at grand events, she carries a captivating royal grace. But when she drives her simple Audi Cass down a quiet street, she makes people feel something close and genuine. She carries with her the gentle grace of everyday life. People see the sparkling crown on her head, but they also see the silhouette of a mother. They see a princess, but they also see a close friend. There is much gossip, but Catherine understands that caring for the early years of life should not be the responsibility of parents alone. If we wait until someone has children to ask them to care, it is already too late. Those early years are the foundation for an entire lifetime. People say she might soon switch to driving an electric Jaguar I-Pace. Others believe she dreams of a bespoke electric Bentley. It may seem like a small thing, a car, a choice, but these details speak to something much greater. They show that Catherine, like King Charles, nurtures a deep love for our planet, and that the royal family beyond tradition can also be a symbol of beauty, kindness, and responsibility. Catherine hasn't lost her role as a mother while fulfilling her royal duties. She is a mother, and she is also a member of the royal family. What's remarkable is that she has found a way to fully embrace both. How does she balance the responsibilities within the palace with the moments on the school playground? The answer isn't complicated. She does it all with her heart, a heart that guides every step she takes, whether under the spotlight or away from it. Within the grandeur of magnificent palaces where crowns glitter and draw countless gazes, Catherine shines in her own unique way, not with flamboyance, but with a gentle light from within. She is not just a familiar figure at solemn ceremonies. She is the gentle heartbeat of the family, a quiet sanctuary that embraces those she loves. She is my calm Prince William often says, his eyes reflecting a profound trust. When the pressures of royal duties weigh heavily on his heart and the whole world watches with expectant eyes, just one gentle smile from Catherine is enough to restore the breath he needs. For their children, her love is a sheltering umbrella, a silent home. When I feel tired or worried, I just need to look at Mom, Charlotte whispers. Her smile makes me strong. In those moments, Catherine becomes a protector who needs no armor. She leans in close to her daughter, whispering simple yet powerful words. "You can do it, my love." And just like that, Charlotte straightens up, embracing the invisible gift from her mother, a gentle encouragement light, as the breeze yet strong enough to steady a young heart. Louis, the mischievous little prince with eyes always sparkling with curiosity, also finds peace in his mother's arms. There's something in the way he looks at her as if searching for answers to the whole world with just one glance. Even at formal events, when the young spirit of the little boy longs to run and play, his eyes always seek out his mother. Without words, just a glance, Louis knows when to be calm, when to smile, and when to be quiet. He giggles softly, while Catherine gently nods or lightly touches his hand, an affectionate guidance that never feels imposing. In moments like these, her love quietly nurtures kindness within her children. King Charles holds a deep respect for Catherine. In his eyes, she is not only his son's life partner, but also a silent pillar who maintains harmony and supports the family through challenging times. She carries something very rare, he once said. When sudden health storms strike, Catherine becomes the steady hand that holds everything together without panic, without faltering. Her calmness creates a refuge for the entire family. It is precisely through these challenges, amid shared worries, that the bond between father-in-law and daughter-in-law has grown stronger than ever. They have built a relationship that is unassuming, yet steadfast, like a warm shelter in the rain. And so Catherine's story steps into a new chapter. The Princess of Wales, who has quietly touched the hearts not only of the royal family but of the entire nation, seems to have only just begun her journey. The road ahead is long and wide open, filled with many opportunities to bring about positive change. Whispers began to spread, not loudly, but filled with hope. People murmured about a possible visit to the Vatican. If it happens, this won't be just another routine royal trip. It will carry a gentle yet resonant message, a call for unity in an age of division. At a time when hearts are unsettled, such a journey would no longer be mere duty. It could become a powerful symbol of compassion, a yearning for peace that rises above all differences. Catherine is often described as the perfect person for this mission, not because of her title, but because of her rare empathy. She has the ability to make anyone feel truly seen and genuinely heard. People don't just see a duchess, they see a gentle heart paired with innate calmness. In intimate rooms where people usually keep their feelings guarded, Catherine quietly melts the ice with a presence that is gentle yet profoundly powerful. In the warm rooms where leaders from diverse faiths gather, everyone quietly hopes that Catherine will be the one to open gentle and sincere dialogues. Her eyes radiate warmth, her hands remain calm, and her voice is as soft as a cool breeze, all combining to create the image of a woman truly worthy of this responsibility. She is neither loud nor hurried, yet each step she takes is steady, and her heart is wide open. The world watches attentively every move she makes. People quietly wonder, what will Catherine do next? Though the answer remains a mystery, the one thing that is clear is that her journey is far from over. It feels as if Catherine is just beginning to write the most beautiful and meaningful chapters of her life story. And without a doubt, everyone is eagerly awaiting her next steps filled with trust and hope. If you find the story of Duchess Catherine inspiring and meaningful, don't forget to hit the like button to support the video. Share it now to spread the message of love and hope to even more people. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on special heartfelt stories about the people who are changing the world every day. Thank you for watching the entire video, and see you in the next ones.